Ready? I'm really disappointed just in some of the details tonight. We know they're big and they can rebound pretty well, but, when you look at the rebounding totals, those 4+4s for them is not significant. It's the points off turnovers that are huge. We shot a decent percentage. We just turned the ball over so much. And the other thing is free throws. I mean, they scored 18 points off free throws, and they scored 26 points off turnovers. You cannot beat anybody as well as you want, as good as you want to play. That you're never going to beat anybody without giving up those two stats. I think we've got to be built differently. We're going to have to get more steals if we're going to turn the ball over like we are. So I definitely believe that's really cost us the last two games, and I think that it's something we've got to address.
Coach, in the first half, you shot near 50%, 40-something. In the second half, I think you guys shot like 32%. Did they do anything differently that affected you guys shooting?
Well, I mean, first of all, I think we tried to attack a little bit on the break and maybe took some bad shots on the break. I think shot selection was a big part of that. Just not being patient on our offenses first half. I thought we did a great job. We look at the second quarter. They scored 2 points and had 0 offensive rebounds. I mean, and we all of a sudden get the lead. I think that kind of set a tone. I think when we put them on the free throw line in the third quarter, when we turn the ball over in the third quarter, it's really hard to get your offense going. So I think we really kind of lost that momentum in our offense.
And as you alluded to, you guys stopped them from getting offensive rebounds, which really kind of killed their offense.
Took the lead. We got a 13-point lead in that situation, yeah.
18, but in the second half, they went on, the third quarter, they went on a 10-0 run, pretty much dumping the ball inside. Do you feel that's pretty much?
Definitely. And even when they got it inside and didn't score, we fouled them. That's something they're good at. I mean, I think that's really something they're good at, that I was really happy with what we did in the first half. But if we don't foul them in those situations, they don't get all these free throws. So I felt like even though they were scoring in there, a lot of them were, they were stopping and going on the free throw line. So, they did a nice job of going in. Then when we stopped that, they hit a couple threes, which is not really their game. But I go back to 26 points off turnovers. I mean, that's hard to overcome.
Now, Porter, the little guard number 3, Pointer, I'm sorry.
Pointer.
Yeah, number 3. I think she scored 13 points in the fourth quarter. Much of it was on drives and drawing fouls.
She got some fast break points too. I mean, we just we miscommunicated on setting up a press, and they got a fast break layup there, and some of that they drove and penetrated. Or actually, I think she made a couple threes, huh? Did she make 2? Yeah, she got 2 threes on kickouts when we doubled on the post. But again, she did a nice job. She's a good player. She's their leading scorer. Thought we'd held her in check up until then.
Sierra, you hit some big in this game. Just talk about from your perspective on the court. What was it in the second half? What was the difference in the second half compared to the first half for you and for you guys just as a team?
I don't really think they made us do anything different between the first and the second half. I really think it was just us coming down and feeling like we're open and taking a shot maybe early in the shot clock, whereas maybe had we taken those few extra seconds to continue the offense, we could have gotten a better shot up. I think that was probably the main difference between both halves.
Looked like you guys are Sula, right?
Yes.
Everybody expecting somebody else to do something, or what do you think was the key in the second half? Because, like I say, you guys shot like 32%. I think y'all scored, 20-something points? No, 31 points. Not as much as the first half, for sure. What do you think was the, what's going on with you guys offensively in the second half?
Well, we had 12 turnovers, I think, in the second half, right? I mean, you don't get any shots on that, but, that does hurt your offense. Right now, we had 12. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take your question, but I wanted to give you that.
You guys had a very encouraging win on the road and come home and lose 2 games. How disappointing is that, do you feel?
That's very disappointing, especially at home. We never want to disappoint our fans, especially, and disappoint ourselves, because we know we can win these games. And I think it's just like execution and, like Coach said, bad shot selections from us.
Anything you Coach, you feel you want?
Well, I mean, I think for this team is, you know, we're playing a good schedule. You know, I mean, we've had, you know, some quarters that weren't as good as others, but I mean, I think the thing we've done is really challenge this team, and we can't have those stretches against the kind of teams we're playing. You know, Middle Tennessee, I think will win Conference USA, and you know, I think this team is a good team. So, but you know, for us, we got to grow up quick. And I think that's what I'm really challenging us. I believe in this team. I think we got so many options and so many opportunities that we've got to keep plugging along. And, you know, Coach Woods just said it in there. We got to learn from these losses instead of them just being losses, and hopefully we will.
And that's what I was going to ask you. You have a lot of new players, and I'm counting the sophomores too, being freshmen
Right.
last year, and then all you brought in.
Right.
And it looks like you're trying to figure out the pieces a little bit. Especially
Yeah,
with the big-
and they're trying to figure out each other, and I think that's part of it. Each of these games, I mean, we've played teams against matchup zones, full court presses. We've played, 4 different kinds of teams. I think that's good for us. We got to know how to respond, and we've got to know how to play with a lead. But I mean, overall, I mean, tonight we fouled too much, but I do think defensively we've done a pretty good job this year. We just got to make sure that we keep that solid and just work on that offensive end.
Yeah, too many turnovers.
Yeah.
Great.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good job, guys. All right, hold a minute.